Today's video is going to be what I read in May. Also, if you see me looking down, it's because I have my sheet of paper which actually has all the books I've read in May, and I have my notepad which says like my review and everything of the books that I've read in May. And I also have my dog on my lap, who always seems to crave my attention when I'm doing something. Isn't that right, Coda? Yeah. Right. So, in May, I only read 3 books, but that's fine. As long as, in my opinion, as long as I read more than one, I'm fine. I don't care. And the first book I read was The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. Probably should have done it beforehand. Casually just watch me struggle to take my book out of my bookshelf. So I read this book, Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. I think I started it in April because I finished it on the 3rd of May. And I gave it 3 stars. So the way I've just pause. The way I've done it is I have book review, I have the name of the book, the author, the date I finished it, my rating and my review. So like I said, I gave Luckiest Girl Alive 3 stars. The main reason being, to start with, I would say the book was really, really good, or it was pretty decent. But as the book developed, story developed, not necessarily for quality, I just don't know what word. I would say my opinion on the book, it decreased, so I had a good opinion on it. And then as the book went on, I just started to like the book less and less. And it probably is another reason for it is because I'm sort of in a reading slump right now. So pretty much any book I read probably won't be as good as, So I gave it 3 stars, but now that I'm thinking about it, I might go back and change it to 2 stars, maybe even 1 star. So that I read that book. You know what? I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna put this back, and I'm gonna get the other 2 books that I've finished. I'm back after a little fight with my bookshelf. The next book I read was Rebecca by 𝕊𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘, which was originally my sister's, but she gave it to me because she didn't really like it, so I read it. Obviously, I finished it on the 18th of May, and the rating I gave it was 2 stars. So there's a lot of points. The first one being, I liked the book, but there was a few things I didn't like about it. For example, there's a tiny bit, it's not described, but it's revealed that Rebecca has been having an incestual, I think that's the word, or an incest relationship with her cousin. But then in the time that this is set, it doesn't say, but based on the cover and I don't know, it's set in the olden days. I don't know if exactly, I probably should have looked it up before filming this, but oh well. Incest was not popular or spoken about, but it happened a lot more nowadays. But then, for all we know nowadays, it could happen a lot. I do know that it does happen often now. Well, not that often, but it's not as open or spoke about. For example, the British royal family, there's incest in that. I'm pretty sure. Like, for example, I think 𝕾𝖆𝖎𝖆𝖆𝖘, her cousin. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm only 17 and I don't like the royal family. So I don't pay attention to anything to do with them. I also found the characters very, very bland. And viewing a character who had depth, or the most interesting character, was Rebecca. And you technically never actually meet her, because yes, the book is called Rebecca, but it's about oh wow, I've just realised something. The main character, I don't think you ever find out her name. Give me a second. Yeah, I don't think, because on the Blabbits, on the trip to the south of France, the shadow heroine of Rebecca, you never find out the main character's name. Anyway, the only character that has depth, or the most exciting character, is Rebecca. And she's dead. That isn't a spoiler, she's literally dead before the story begins. And sorry, I just looked at my notes or my review and I put, well, she has as much depth as you can give a dead person, which is true. And throughout reading this, maybe it's because my favourite genre of film is horror and I really like horror films. Haven't read that many horror books, the only one being It, but I DNF'd it. But I am planning to read it again, maybe around Halloween. I was kind of expecting her to be a more prominent figure. That's a big word for me. A more prominent figure, like you actually meet her, or I don't know why. In my head, I told myself that Rebecca was good at appear and like haunt or the main character and like scare her. She doesn't. This book, I would say, is more about what the dead leaves behind. That sounds really smart. Yeah, because the whole thing is about so 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖆𝖘, who is Rebecca's ex-husband, well, Rebecca's husband, it's like the idea of Rebecca that has been left behind, and like all the servants liked her, sort of thing. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. I would recommend it. I gave it 2 stars, but now I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm still gonna stick to 2 stars, but it's not too, maybe like a 2.5, maybe 2.75, but on Goodreads you can't like give half a star, which is kind of annoying. I also put some parts of the book were so boring I wanted to DNF it, but I didn't, as I said, and have said in multiple videos, I hate DNFing books. But I've also been in a reading slump for a while. I've actually been in a, if you hear music, I apologise, I have my window open, because I get really dizzy a lot, and I'm thinking it's to do with my room or something. I've been in a reading slump since I read The Girls I've Been by testshot. Which is here. I have a reading vlog on this. If I remember, I shall put it down below. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so difficult. I'm trying to put my book back without looking. There we go. Oh, I just got, ow. So yeah. Yeah. Another thing I didn't like was the incest reveal between Rebecca and her cousin. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but then I suppose over the time Rebecca was set, incest was very common. I don't like incest. And I live in Cornwall, and there's like a thing, or a stereotype, well, it's not really a stereotype, but it's like, Cornwall is full of incest. I don't believe it myself. I don't know anyone who has incest in their family, but then people don't really brag about having incest in their family. Anyway, yeah. Moving on, Also, I only really had an opinion on 3 characters in the book. Mrs. Danvers, which is Rebecca's right hand, her maid. Oh my god. Her lady in waiting. I can't, even though lady in waiting is to do with royalty, I can't think of the word, but. Oh, never mind. Mrs. Danvers was Rebecca's personal maid. I don't know why. The second Mrs. Danvers got introduced, I was like, I do not like her. I don't know what it was, but I did not like Mrs. Danvers from the get-go. Yeah. I also didn't like the main character because I found her boring and annoying. The only other character I really had a opinion on. I'm not including Rebecca, because yes, she's a character, but she's more of a character that's only mentioned. There's 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖑. I've put, he was alright, I suppose, when he wasn't having a paddy, and a paddy is another word as a tantrum. Like, he was either also, he has, like, split personality or something. 1 second he was happy and, normal. For next, he was, like, having a go. And then, also, Mrs. Danvers was an absolute arsehole towards the main character. Because there's a party, and Mrs. Danvers says to the main character, oh, you should dress up as the woman in the painting. But what she didn't know is that the last party that Rebecca went to, she wore the exactly same costume. And then 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖑 was shocked. Oh, where was I? Anyway, at the party, and Rebecca wore the exactly same costume, and 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎𝖆, I'm just going to call him Max, I'm too lazy to go 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎𝖆 every time. He got angry at her, and then he said, oh, who's more shot? So. Yeah, I also put, I feel like you, as in the reader, should have actually met Rebecca, even if it was in the form of flashbacks. And I don't really like flashbacks, because I get confused if there's, like, time jumps and stuff, and, like, going back in time, and, like, different point of views. The main thing I liked in Rebecca... Anyway, so... I asked my mum to shut my bedroom door. Anyway, for one bit I liked, or like the main bit that I liked of Rebecca was the ending. And if you haven't read it, I advise you to read it. Or if you don't want to read it, just carry on watching. I liked the ending. I believe it was the ending of, is it 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎𝖆? Yeah, 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎𝖆, which is the house, was burnt to the ground. I found it simple, but I put creative, but now it's not really creative. Because I think 𝕊𝖉𝖉𝖎 was like, let's burn the house to the ground and then we can start anew. So yeah. The last book I read in May actually has become one of my favourites of the year. And that is Love, Simon by, well, originally called Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by 𝕾𝖊𝖉𝖎𝖆𝖘. I actually watched the film beforehand, but I watched the film in, I think, March of 2020. It was like early of 2020 because it was in the first lockdown because I was at my dad's. So my sister had read the book and then wanted to watch it, and then I was in the room, or like she wanted to watch it with me. So I did. But like, I kind of forgot the film, to be honest. But I remember bits and pieces like who's who and stuff. So I finished this on the 25th of May. And I gave it 4 stars. Funny thing is, even though this is one of my favourites of the year 2021, I actually disliked the book to start with. I think that's mainly due to my reading slump. I don't know why. So I find books a bit boring, even if when I'm not in a reading slump, I find them exciting. However, the book got exciting once Martin, which is the antagonist, I would say, even though it's not a superhero book, but like the antagonist in the book wait, this is ages afterwards. hold on. Right, the whole book is about a guy called Martin blackmailing Simon because Simon is gay. And yeah, but I found the book more interesting once Martin put the post on Tumblr. And the thing I liked was the character Blue, which is the love interest, you don't find out until like the very end, or like towards the end. I had no clue who he was, and I like watching mystery shows and like murder shows. Or like I like watching horror and mystery. Like I'm trying to think of an example of like a mystery show. Sorry, I heard someone coming upstairs. Well, I like Sherlock. There we go. There's it. And I also have the up there. You can't see it because I have one bookshelf and then I have another. Ow! I had up the top of my bookshelf. I have the 2 copies or 2 editions of the complete Sherlock Holmes collection. So I also like the film Enola Holmes. And I also like Scooby-Doo. I don't care. That's probably someone will be like, oh my god, she likes Scooby-Doo. Oh well. Spoilers ahead. I'm going to put one in at the beginning of this video. The reveal of Blue. The whole time while I was reading it, I was working, trying to guess who Blue was, and at the same time I wasn't. And for one person I thought it was, I actually thought it was Martin, because Simon thought it was Martin at some point. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, and I was like, it'd be a cliche but sort of unexpected plot twist of Martin being Blue, but it wasn't. It was Bram, and I believe Bram is a jock, which is like because obviously American. I'm guessing it's American. I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, I'm just gonna end that sentence there. I can't remember what I said, it just disappeared. Another thing is, I thought Bram and Simon, I was talking about Martin. Yeah, so, I straight up believed that Martin was Blue, and I thought, yeah, it would have been a cliche sort of thing, but at the same time, it would have been a good plot twist nonetheless. I also thought Bram, aka Blue in real life, and Simon were so cute together. They got, I think it was a Ferris wheel or something, and they kissed, and it was so cute. I also put, I love how simple the reveal of Blue was, because it literally was, Simon got gifted a shirt by Blue, like Bram put it in his locker, and then Simon wore it, and then Bram walked up to Simon and said, hey, I like your shirt. Oh my god, you're Blue, and that's pretty much how it went. And I thought it was so cute. I was reading it, hold on, what page is it? I was reading it, and then it was like, so once they found out who it was, they began dating, and then there was a bit where I was like, we were kissing, and I was, yeah, and it was talking about, both of the guys were hard, and I was there like, whoa, I was not expecting this. But yeah, so those were the books that I read during the month May of 2021. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below 1, what videos you want me to do, 2, who want me to do a collab with, and 3, question, and then I will happily do a Q&A video. Also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one.